So it's my favorite time of year where I get to give you guys my off-season rankings for the top players in every position in the NHL. Now I know that this can be a little bit confusing because some of you guys probably think you should break it up into wingers and then centers, but I think it's better this way because some of these guys are better than some of the centers that are in the league when they play at the wing position, so I think this just works better overall. Now remember, this is my projection for who I think did well last season and how I think they're going to do next season, and it is just an opinion, so drop your top 10 if you disagree with me in the comments below. And with that being said, let's get started. At my number 10 spot, I have Sidney Crosby. Sidney is still one of the greatest players in NHL history and should still be considered one of the best NHL players that 2024 season has to offer. Now Crosby has battled injuries for most of his career, but played 82 games last season for just the second time in his career. The soon-to-be 36-year-old collected 93 points, which was good for 16th most in the league. Now Crosby is coming into a season where he's just 82 points shy of entering the top 10 in career points, but with him averaging well above a point per game throughout his career, it looks like Crosby will accomplish this feat in no time. And Crosby is still, in my opinion, one of the most respectable and highly talented players to ever touch the ice, and this still should be the case in 2024. At my number 9 spot, I have Jason Robertson. The 24-year-old left winger has quickly become one of the game's best players. He's improved drastically each year since starting in the NHL in 2020-2021. During that season, Robertson scored 41 goals in 74 games, something that he surpassed last season, jumping to 46 goals while increasing his point total from 79 to 109 points. Now this 109 points last year made him tied for 6th most by any player. Robertson has proven to be a great goal scorer and an excellent passer. Finishing in the top 10 in both of these categories last season, the sky truly is the limit for a young star playing on a very competitive Dallas Stars team. This guy's going to have a great career and he's only in the beginning stages. At my number 8 spot, I'm giving it to Jack Hughes. Now Hughes has already proven that he can be an elite goal scorer at just 22 years old, potting 43 goals last season, which was 8th most in the league. Now Hughes was the first overall pick in 2019, and his first couple seasons weren't the best, but he's quickly established himself as someone who can absolutely get on the score sheet at least once a game. And in 78 games played last year, Hughes had a career best 99 points. At 22 years old, Hughes is able to progress like he has been in the previous 2 seasons, and he will consistently surpass 100 points throughout his career, especially if he plays at the pace that he currently is at. I think a lot of people underestimate this guy, but he's going to be a very big stud in this league. At number 7, I have Nikita Kucherov, and I think it's fair to say that Kucherov has become the best player on the Tampa Bay Lightning. He's currently coming off a 113-point season, which was tied for 3rd most in the league. Kucherov has now had 3 seasons where he's surpassed 100 points. His best season did come in 2018-2019 when he had 128 points and won the Hart Trophy. Now Kucherov is a player to watch out for on the power play. Last season he finished 4th most with power play points in the NHL with 50. He should get a lot of attention this upcoming season, especially after finishing top 3 in total points and assists last year. And whether you like his polarizing attitude, I think Nikita Kucherov is still one of the best players in the league. At number 6, I have Matthew Tkachuk. Tkachuk really stole the spotlight for the majority of the postseason last year and was so fun and dynamic to watch. He led the Florida Panthers to the Stanley Cup final with 24 playoff points and had 4 game-winning goals. Tkachuk was also a great player in the regular season, having the best year of his career with 109 points, which was tied for 6th most in the league. He ended up finishing 3rd in the Hart Trophy voting race as well. With back-to-back 100-point seasons, I think it's pretty safe to say that Tkachuk can level up from here. At just 25 years old, it looks like he's going to be a star in the league for many more years, and he really shut down all of the haters who said he was just a Gaudreau merchant. At number 5, it's David Pastrnak. Now, as far as the best players in the NHL go, David Pastrnak is very high on this list. Pastrnak is one of the game's elite goal scorers, scoring the 2nd most goals in the league this past season with 61. He had a career year surpassing his previous career high in goals, assists, and points. Pastrnak went from 77 points in 21-22 to 113 points last year. He gives himself many opportunities to score every time he's out on the ice. He led the league last season in shots and game-winning goals and finished 2nd in Hart Trophy voting. If you want my opinion, I think he's going to win the Hart Trophy next season. Pastrnak has proven to be an elite player in this league. At number 4, I have Austin Matthews, and I think it's safe to say that he definitely wasn't the player he once was last season, but I still think that Matthews is one of the best players in the league and will bring his goal total up. Now, Matthews had the lowest shooting percentage in his career at just 12.2, but if he can get more pucks on net, I think it's safe to say that Matthews is one of the most deadly players on the ice when it comes to goal scoring. At number 3, I have Leon Draisaitl. Now, Draisaitl has been one of the best players in the NHL for a while now, and I still think he's the most underrated player in the league. In his past 5 seasons, he surpassed 100 points in 4 of them. Draisaitl has had a career year this past season with 128 points being his new career high. This was second most in the league, and he's proven to be a big threat on the power play, leading the league in power play goals for the second time in his career. Now, Draisaitl has been a big time performer in the playoffs, and in 49 postseason games, he's had 31 goals and 77 points. I think it's safe to say that he's become one of the best players in the NHL. At number 2, I have Nathan McKinnon. McKinnon just had an incredible year this last season, potting 111 points in 71 games. McKinnon has never actually won a Hart Trophy, but has been so close on multiple occasions. He finished 5th last season and 2nd in 2018 and 2020. McKinnon is entering his 11th season in the NHL and will only be 28 years old. McKinnon is one of the most consistent players in the league, and over the past 6 seasons, he has shown why he is one of the best players in the game today. If he can stay healthy, he will surpass 100 points many more times over the course of the next 5 to 7 seasons, and in my opinion, he definitely is one of the best all-around players in the NHL. And to absolutely no one's surprise, at number 1 is Conor McDavid. Not only is McDavid one of the best players from the 2023 season, but he's also one of the best players in NHL history. McDavid finished last season with a career-high 153 points. To put that in perspective, he is only the 6th player ever in league's history to reach a 150-point mark. McDavid led the league in goals, assists, and points last year for the first time in his career. At just 26 years old, McDavid has already won 3 Hart trophies, 4 Ted Lindsay awards, and 5 Art Ross trophies. He's the league's best player by a wide margin and will be for the next decade. There is no debate that McDavid is the greatest player in the NHL heading into the 23-24 season, and I doubt anybody will disagree with this. But this is my top 10 for the best forwards in the NHL heading into the 23-24 season. If you disagree with anybody, make sure you put your list down in the comments below. I want to see all of your different opinions about the top 10 forwards. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.